Hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. You see a little R in the background back there. She is doing what? I have no idea. She's on that phone. I have no idea. So today we're going to talk about a little bit about updates. We're going to talk about, I would go outside, but it's noisy. We got a bunch of noise. But today we're going to talk about the 13A and that new addendum. What's going on with that, right? And today we're going to have coffee time. We're going to talk about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different things that I know you guys will enjoy. Thank you so much for always watching our videos. Coming up. You see my baby daughter back there in the background. Oh, okay. No, she's my young daughter. She's back there. I don't know. So today we're going to talk about updates. The 13A. Oh, boy, did I get some questions about that. I don't know. Things always change. Expect the unexpected, I always say. Expect things are going to change no matter what you do. If you plan it this way, it's going to be that way. If the costs were here this time, was this price, it's going to be a different price. But get this. When I had my tourist visa, I would go to CDO and it'd be this price, $3,000. I'd be in Davao next time, however long that visa was, and it wouldn't be $3,000, it would be $5,000. Well, why? And CDO is, well, it's supposed to be this price. Well, in CDO, no, it's supposed to be this price. CDO is just different district we're in. Sorry, sir, it's this price. Each area is different. I don't care what they tell you. Don't let them tell you any different. And the vloggers out there, some are telling you it's the same price throughout the Philippines. It's not. You can go to Liiving, it's a different price. Iloilo is different price. Bohol is different price. And it's a different price where I'm at. The guy the other day had that new whatever that was, the addendum he was talking, he was so frustrated about. And I know that the ACR cards what we're paying for on a 13A, and it's renewable every 5 years, but some are saying, I don't know if it's true or not, it's going to be reduced to 3. But it doesn't matter whatever it's reduced to. Some say there's going to be fees added on that in the future. I don't know if that's true. I will not say. All I know is when you go there, even if you renew next January, just bring some money, just in case. Don't just bring your 300-400 peso to pay the fees. Just bring some extra. You never know. Because expect the unexpected. I never thought that they'd open up the doors to the Philippines and close the doors to the Philippines. But they reopened them again and everybody's coming in. I say that everybody's coming in. They're not coming in. Some are coming in. They're trickling in. They thought when they opened the door, there'd be people like at Target on a Black Friday or Walmart on Black Friday and Best Buy on a Black Friday. They thought it'd be thousands of people just boom. Well, guess what? It's really not. I talked to a friend of mine in Palawan. I took a friend of mine in Boracay. Bohol, some of the beautiful places they have around some of the islands off of Davao there. They're saying that they're trickling in. The streets in Angeles are busy, but they're not as busy as they once were. Of course, so they're trickling in and slowly but surely, but whatever, that is, at least the doors are open and people are coming in at their frequency, at their demand. We had, if you look at this, and if you notice this, they're trying to recoup a lot of money. So they open the doors for investors now, and they're looking for investors to come in the Philippines. They changed the law. That law was 50 years old, that they're looking for investors coming in now on businesses. There's certain criteria they have to meet. China's looking at doing it. Saudi guys are looking at it. India's getting to be a big supplier. India's opening up some call centers for their targeting Philippines. You know why? Because they have some great employees and great opportunity here for that. But also look at it this way. Ruth and I, even though gas is reduced, the things are just like it is anywhere else. Things are going up in cost. And you still have the same dilemma, finding the right products, what you need, finding the right tools, finding the right things. You need our hose busted here on the back. Finding the connector for that can be a challenge. They may have had one at one time, but they don't have them anymore. You may have to drive 30 miles to get one, or 40 miles to get one. And that's, in our case, what we're going to have to do. You don't really realize the simplicity of the Philippines. It's very simple. They're not going to have it all the time. And they're not going to have it. That Korean restaurant, I want to talk about that briefly. We went to the other day. They deep fry a whole chicken. They deep fry it. Old oil, old taste, horrible smell, horrible taste. Would not do that again. And so that restaurant will probably be bye-bye. But it's not owned by Korean. We thought it was. We assumed it was. We assumed it would have some spicy food and some heat to that and things like that. No way, Jose. It's none of that above. None of that. It's just a horrible taste. I would not buy it. I couldn't eat it. R and Ruth picked at it and ate what they could. Honestly, that is an opportunity for someone. There's plenty of restaurants, plenty of bars opening up, plenty of great places to go. But the food itself, having it consistently, even I talked to Ollie, he has to fight to get French fries. The French fries is not available. They go up $2 a bag, then they go up another $2 a bag, so he has to raise his prices. And then he finds out they go up again. So he's fighting that. Birds, chickens, and things like that are going up in prices. But that's normal. You're going to have that. Eggs going up in price. It's not as it was at one time. At one time, everything was fairly constant within reason here, but now things have increased, and it's just really gotten really out of hand. You guys in USA that live in USA can buy eggs cheaper than I can. You can buy milk cheaper than I can. You can buy gasoline in some cases cheaper than I can. Your electricity bill is cheaper than mine. Your water bill, you can't beat my water bill. I beat you in water bill. It's cheap, $3. But here, your gas, your propane gas, is less expensive in the U.S. than I pay here. I get 20 gallon refill. It can cost $1.215 depending accordingly. And I think you guys can get it from 12 to 15, so it may be the same price or cheaper. I know that where we're at, we went to Jolly Bees the other day. Just to go to Jolly Bees, it costs us $10. I know that in U.S. it's probably the same or cheaper. I know that the McDonald's here charge a little more than what they did in U.S. So I can see a trend starting to happen. My electricity did go up again, and it is almost 16 per kilowatt, which is really incredibly high. You guys are paying 10. I looked at this up, by the way, and I talked to some guys there in U.S. what they're paying. They're at 10 cents per kilowatt. But you burn a lot of kilowatts when you got central heat and air and all that stuff. But 11 cents, 12 cents, 13 cents, 14 cents. It varied from some of the guys depending on if they're TVA in the southeast or they're on the grid up in Niagara. There are many other things that I've been noticing that it's good here, but it's more relaxed, it's more peaceful, it's more bearable. But getting on the road is more traffic and more hassle. That was the hardest trip I ever made to CDO. It was out of 65 trips to CDO alone. That one itself in the last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, that one alone, we counted them. I counted them up, by the way. We went one time, 6 times CDO in 1 month because of my stupid visa in the day for my 13A. Unbelievable. Well, you need this, sir. Well, sorry, this is not in there. You need to go get this. You need to do that. You need to do this. You need to do that. And so it's a constant thing. And that's the reason I was saying earlier that the price here in this area is this. But you go to Davao, it's a different price. But you go over to somewhere else, it's a different price. So it's, 3,000 your first 30, and then it goes up and it goes up, right? Well, it's different prices. But this new thing that they had for that guy really got me thinking about that. So if you're on 1 year, you get off the 1 year, you resubmit, as he had to do 2 packets, I guess. And he resubmitted the 2 packets of the new, all the new papers. And he said 3 or 4 attorney letters of this, co-op cohabitation letter, that you guys are together, and just things like that. And it was like, what's going on with that? So then he's talking about the $200 plus. That's something to kind of knock your socks off. You don't really realize that, but that'll knock your socks off too. But it's just a constant change here. It's like it is U.S. Another thing I want to say also about traveling here is the roads were really good 2 years ago. They were just perfect, new asphalt, new concrete, new pavements. But I guess the ground infrastructure on the ground maybe shifted, earthquakes, this, that, and other. There's a lot of potholes. The roads seem nice, but there are a lot of dips and valleys in them. Really, really tough ride. The guys are telling me that it's really bad. Even at Davao, it's bad. They were telling me going to Davao. We have friends that do the vans, that take people for vans. They pick people up and take them. Like you need to go to Davao, you call him, but he'll make 50 stops before he gets to Davao, picking people up, letting people off, picking people up, letting people off. But they get you into 3-4 hours. Took us over 3 hours to get there, and that's unusual. It uses 2.5 hours, but there's dips and valleys and road construction and landslides and just a big mess on the roads. And it's raining. Raining didn't stop the speed though. You're still doing I don't go over 60 kilometer. I just stay at 60. I don't speed. I'm not doing to do 80 or 100 like these other guys on there, because you do 60 or 70, you're going in a curve in 3 seconds, and then you turn again, you're going in another curve, and then you're going in another curve. All right, so you're going down the hill straight away, and this a lot of times down like this. You got to be cautious at the bottom, because there's always a dip or valley in there. It's always going to be dip and valley. If you're not careful, your truck will flip up or your car will flip up, because you can tell people, go off the road and everything else. So you can tell all the accidents happen there, and the brakes sliding, and you can see it in the road. But the dips and valleys, and then all of a sudden you're off the road. So you got to be so careful with that. And we've seen quite a few accidents where people they don't pay attention and just keep going, one speed. I can see it's getting worse, is what I'm trying to say. Driving here is getting worse and worse than it was when I drove 3-4 years ago. It's getting worse. More people are getting cars. Well, more people are driving. I mean, just because you're 12 doesn't mean you can't drive, right? So you never know who's driving behind the wheels on those brand new cars and all that stuff. I've seen some people get out of the cars, and I said, how old are you? In my mind, So, you're going to have that. You're going to have that happen. So I see I'm on at 13 minutes already, 12 minutes. So I want to thank everybody for watching the video. This is basically just updates and just follow-ups from the week. And I'll see you guys next time. And I want to thank everybody always. God bless. Hey, have a happy Friday. Happy Saturday.